Hey everyone, welcome back to Global Bike Trends. Today we're diving into one of the most talked about small adventure bikes of the year, the 2025 BMW G310 GS. Riders often ask whether a smaller machine like this truly deserves the GS badge, and in this review we'll unpack its design, its features, its performance, and whether it lives up to the GS spirit while still being beginner-friendly and practical for everyday riding. From the first glance, the G310 GS looks every bit like a member of the GS family. It has the distinctive adventure beak at the front, a tall and upright stance, and proportions that suggest it's ready for both the city and some light trails. BMW has kept the styling sharp and modern while still leaning on that signature GS silhouette that riders around the world instantly recognize. The frame and build quality are solid, with a sturdy steel frame, a 41mm upside-down fork at the front, and a monoshock at the rear that can be adjusted for preload. It rides on a 19-inch front wheel paired with a 17-inch rear, giving it stability without feeling oversized. Powering this bike is a 313 cubic centimeter liquid-cooled single-cylinder engine. It's a compact but clever design with a reverse inclined layout, producing just under 34 horsepower at 9,500 revolutions per minute and about 28 Nm of torque. For a bike in this segment, that's respectable performance. The engine has been paired with ride-by-wire throttle for smoother control, particularly at low speeds, and an assistant slipper clutch that makes downshift smoother and reduces engine braking forces. The transmission is a 6-speed, and the gearing feels well suited for city commuting as well as relaxed touring. Top speed hovers around 143 km per hour, or just shy of 90 miles an hour, which is enough for highway use though not ideal for endless long-distance freeway cruising. On the road, the G310 GS feels nimble and approachable. At just about 170 kg weight, it's not intimidating for new riders, and the upright ergonomics make it comfortable for long stretches. The seat height is around 835 mm, which might feel tall for some shorter riders, but it contributes to that commanding adventure posture. Vibration is noticeable at higher revs, but in the mid-range it's smooth enough and quite enjoyable. Cornering feels natural and light, and on gravel paths or fire roads, the suspension soaks up bumps reasonably well. This isn't a hardcore off-road machine, and it shows in details like the non-switchable ABS and the stock road-oriented tires, but for light off-road use it's perfectly capable. The electronics package is straightforward but practical. A digital LCD display provides speed, revs, gear position, trip information, and fuel level. The bike now comes standard with full LED lighting, including the headlight, which gives it excellent visibility at night. Adjustable brake and clutch levers are also standard, with 4 different settings to fit different hand sizes. These touches may sound small, but they add a lot to everyday usability. Fuel capacity is 11 liters, which isn't huge for touring, but with the engine's efficiency, riders can still expect a reasonable range between fill-ups. Braking is handled by a 300mm front disc with a 4-piston caliper and a 240mm disc at the rear, both supported by dual-channel ABS. The stopping power is strong for this category, and the brakes feel progressive rather than harsh. In terms of day-to-day use, the G310 GS makes a strong case for itself. It's light enough to filter through traffic, it has the stature and comfort of a true adventure bike, and it's affordable compared to most of BMW's larger machines. In the US, pricing for the 2025 model is set at around $5,895 before taxes and fees, making it one of the most accessible ways to step into the BMW adventure lineup. The unique appeal of this bike lies in its combination of versatility and prestige. It brings GS styling and some of the brand's modern features into a displacement and price range that makes sense for new riders, commuters, or anyone who wants a second bike that's simple and fun to ride. It's a legitimate adventure-styled motorcycle, but it's not overwhelming in weight or power. It's also a gateway bike for those who may eventually upgrade to the larger GS models but want to start with something approachable and manageable. Of course, there are trade-offs. If your riding is mostly along highway stretches at high speeds, The engine will feel strained. If you plan to ride on loose gravel or trails often, the non-switchable ABS in the stock tires can limit confidence. And for those wanting long touring days without frequent fuel stops, the small tank could be frustrating. But if your goal is a reliable commuter that doubles as a weekend explorer, or a lightweight bike that carries the GS character, these limitations may not matter. In the end, the 2025 BMW G310 GS stands out because it brings the GS DNA into a package that's accessible and friendly, without losing the adventurous spirit the brand is known for. It's not trying to be a big-bore world touring machine, but it offers just enough to make you feel like part of that same lineage. For many riders, especially those new to the adventure segment, that's exactly what makes it special. If you found this review helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Global Bike Trends for more in-depth looks at the latest motorcycles around the world. Let me know in the comments what you think of the G310 GS, and whether it deserves the GS badge in your opinion. Until next time, ride safe and keep exploring.